Well, I'm going to get the camera turned round now. We'll try these one by one, and I'll give you my verdict on each one. Hello! Right, today I've got a big comparison for you. I've got value steak bakes. So I've got Morrisons and Asda there. I've got Aldi and Lidl there. I've also got Iceland there. So what we're going to do now, we're going to get these onto a baking tray. We'll have a quick look at them individually, and then after that we'll give them a comparison. So there they are, all laid out. Right, we have Lidl, Asda, Morrisons, Iceland and Aldi. So you can see straight away that these two here, the Iceland and the Aldi, got more of that stuff on that's going to make it brown. I don't know if it's butter or like an egg wash or what it is. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to look at the different ingredients on each. Now, this is the Lidl one. So if you want to pause that, please do. I'm only going to run through these quick. It says it's 29% beef. Allergens are wheat, milk and barley. This is the Asda one. There's your ingredients. Again, please pause this and have a proper look if you want to. Allergens are wheat again and barley. Beef is 24% in that one. Morrisons. There are your ingredients. Again, if you want to pause them, please do. Wheat, barley as allergens and beef is 24%. Here's the Iceland. There's the ingredients. The allergens are wheat, soya, barley, and it says 7% beef in that one. So that's quite low, that one. And there is the Aldi one. So it says cooked diced beef gravy filling is 47%. It's not going to be 47% beef. Doesn't give you a figure on the beef. Allergens are wheat, barley, and wheat again. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get these into the oven. Then we'll get them out. I'll tell you how much they all cost as well when I've got them out. And then we will try them and see what they are like. Right, here we go. They are out of the oven and they are all done. So we have one that's burst there. If I just flip this. Ow, bollocks, that's hot. Fuck. Jesus Christ, that was hot. So I'm just going to turn them around that way. Right, we have Morrisons. That's the one that's split. We have Iceland, Aldi, Asda and Lidl. Right, I'll run through what they cost first of all. Now, the Morrisons, the Aldi and the Lidl, those were £1.19. The Asda up here, that was £1.13. The Iceland was £1. And they all weigh 280 grams. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to let these cool down a little bit, and then we'll weigh them individually and see what they weigh. Right, these have cooled down a fair bit now, so I'm going to give them a quick weigh. What I'm going to do, first of all, is the Lidl one. I'll just turn my scales on. Now, I don't think you can see the readout, but I will read back the results. So that's 130 grams, that one. This one now is the Asda, which is 125 or thereabouts. This is the Aldi. That's 135. This is the Iceland. That's 137. And this is the Morrisons. Now the Morrisons has lost some. So let's see what it weighs when it's lost some. 126. So the Iceland comes in at the heaviest. And there's not really much between them. There's less than, there's about a quarter of an ounce difference between them. So I'm going to get them open now and we'll have a look at what's inside them. Right, now we've got time to have a little dig through each one. So let's start with the Asda. Now I can see that there's some good size chunks of beef there. Look at that. That's a teaspoon. And there's another big chunk of beef in there. The rest of it, well, I think that's it. Them two big bits there. So that's the Asda. I'm going to go look at the Lidl next. Have a look at the Lidl. There aren't really any chunks of beef in this one. There's one bit there. You can see that. Now most of that is minced beef. There is quite a bit of minced beef in there, to be fair. So that's the Lidl. Now we're looking at the Morrisons. Seems to be a good amount of filling there. There's one lump of steak there. And I think that's it. Let's have a look at this run out. There's some minced bits in there, but there's only one big lump. Now this is the Iceland. Oops. The Iceland seems to have lots of steak in it. See if the camera can pick that up. See how it's minced? It's minced beef. There's no lumps of steak there. And this one, the last one we have is the Aldi. There's a lump of steak. There's a lump. Oh, there's a lump. Right, so it seems to me like the Aldi has the most lumps of steak. So I'm going to get the camera turned round now. We'll try these one by one, and I'll give you my verdict on each one. Right, so what I'm going to do first, I've got them wrote down. If I keep looking up there, I've got them wrote down and pinned to the wall. So I'm going to get the Lidl first. This is the Lidl one. Let's give this a try and see what it's like. So there's a lovely beefy gravy kind of flavour to it. The pastry on the top has come up really nice, but you see it on the bottom? A little bit soggy. So I got a bit of steak there. That was quite nice. What are we going for next? The Asda. The Asda suffer from the same on the bottom. Anyway, let's give it a try. Right. The pastry on the top wasn't as nice as the Lidl. It feels like, while I'm eating it, it feels like there's no filling in this one. Right, I got a bit there. Not very beefy. I got a lump of steak there. It didn't really have much flavour to it. It was very chewy. So that's the Asda. Let's go now for the Morrisons one. This is the one that leaked. So it's leaked. So I'm going to try it from where it's leaked. That has a lovely flavour to it, that one. I'm getting a bit of pepper fruit in this. And that pastry on the outside, that is delicious. That Morrisons one, that was nice, that one. What have we got next? Iceland. So this is the cheapest one. Now I think that the pastry has come up the best on this one. The Iceland. And the bottom looks maybe a bit soggy. No lumps of steak, but this one is very peppery. But that's nice. That's got a real nice little peppery kick to it, that one. The Iceland one, nice. Let's say peppery, but the filling is very thin. There's not much of it there. What have we got now? Aldi. I think they could have all been done for a bit longer, these, because they've all got a bit of soggy bottom. Anyway, let's try the Aldi. Love it. I got a bit of steak in that. Now there is a pepperiness to that, not as much as the Iceland. This, like you say, Aldi and Iceland, both got a lovely peppery kick. The other three, I couldn't really get any pepper at all. So I'll just show you that side of it again. Okay. So, they all cost pretty much the same, within 20 pence of each other. They all pretty much weighed the same. For me, the nicest tasting one out of that was actually the Iceland, which is the cheapest. Then I would have said probably the Aldi. Then it's a toss-up between Asda and Lidl. And I'm going to put Morrisons in last place because it split and it leaked. So my advice, if you want a reasonably priced steak bake kind of rip-off replacement, whatever you want to say, go for the Iceland or go for the Aldi. Anyway, a bit longer than normal this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something from it. And until next, if you could leave me a like, that'd be amazing, a comment, subscription. Until next time, I will see you later.